we tried to build an harmonizer. We took the melody of the singer, Boris, and tried to come up with a series of voicing, a series of chords, with all the voicings believable, and you feel the chords that changes. The chords, in this case, are controlled by Boris with a device called lip motion, which is controlled by hand. So he moves his hands and changes the chords. And chords changes also according to the melody, which you will see anyway, visualization on the screen. So have patience 1 second, and I'll put on the demo.
So yeah, the whole thing started with Boris coming in the lab, playing a few things with his instruments, and then saying, why don't we play an air Hammond? This is an Hammond organ now.
I don't know. A real pleasure, because as a solo musician, and I used to play a lot live with my solo setup. Now we're gonna try to explain to you how it works. But of course, since I have to perform for like 1 or 2 sets, you know, in theaters, clubs, and so on, I always need to, to be able to capture the attention of the people. Because of course you can do a lot of things, but you need some stuff to put some new different colors. So when I met Augusto and Bruno and Max and all of the guys of the department, of course we started to think how to work with my techniques, my ideas, and how to apply some of my ideas to some of the devices that I still have. One of these devices, I mean the one that we use the most is this beautiful Eventide H9. Eventide is an historic brand well, they invented the Ultra Harmonizer, which has been one of the most interesting machine to apply into the music signal, you know, sound signal. And so we just started to have fun and work together, and we started out from some of my arrangements that I used to do with my looper machine. So now what you will listen to is some examples of my technique. Everything starts from the loop machine. For those of you who are not too much into looping and who are not too much into a loop machine, I'm going to explain you what a loop machine is. It's a very simple device. It's a device that was born in the 70s. It's, I mean, scientifically, is or technically speaking, which I'm not anyway, it's a delay with no decay. So what's a delay is a repetition of a small portion of sound that I record, live on the fly with my looper machine. And no decay means that it doesn't stop. I mean, the decay is the number of times that there's a repetition. So with no decay, what you have is some very small recording stuff that you can layer up on another, you know, just to have a kind of instant composition. So I can do a very easy example. So I can say something like this. Hello everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Hello everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Hello everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight and to sing for you all. Thanks for coming out tonight. Hello everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight. That's what a looper is. And of course, there's a lot of different creative way you can use for. So, what we did, I mean what they did, because I didn't anything. I just try and have fun with the stuff. Was just to apply some new ideas and some new technologies to just put some new colors to my paintings, you know, my music paintings. And what we try first, the chorus one.
Yes, the chorus one.
Okay, the chorus one. So so with the song from Thelonious Monk. So the first song you're gonna listen to is my personal arrangement of an old tune from the great Thelonious Monk. Thelonious Monk was an incredible, fantastic jazz piano player. And, well, the idea of this arrangement is very simple. I just put a drum, you know, full 4 drum, and then I put a bass line like it was a double bass, you know, you will listen to. And then I put what Augusto told before, the voicings, you know, I mean, the way all the different melodies are distributed into the chords. Just to create a background where I can sing the melody, where I can improvise, I do all my stuff. And on the improvisation, what you will hear is a combination of my voice using 2 Eventide H9. One is the generator of a chorus, which is interesting effect applied to the voice in this case. And then there's another part of the work that Bruno did for me, which is just to apply for changings. You know, let me talk like this. You know, changes using just my hands, and the result is pretty good. I mean, I hope you like it. If not, I'm sorry. So let's go with the song. So the title of the song is "I'm in You" and goes like this. The drum goes like this. First layer, second layer is the bass. It goes like this. Now I start to create the voicings, you know, to give you the idea of the chords, like this. Say no, I'm the sun you clouded found, but I mean you. that's only me.
Oh, that's only me. Oh, that's
Okay, what you hear since now is my way to just do this arrangement. And now we start using new advice thanks to Bruno and all the department that works like this. Thank you. Of course, these are prototypes, and we're working on, but they work good. And I mean, I love the way they're working for this stuff. And of course, all the things that you're gonna hear now, it's live. There's no background vocals. I mean, pre-recorded or computers or whatever. Everything is absolutely live on the fly. And the next example is an example that I like very much. It is a song that I arranged from the great Jimi Hendrix. So we moved from a very jazzy tune into a rock tune. And I always loved Jimi Hendrix very much, and he also loves Jimi Hendrix, and that's why I asked him, why don't you start to create for me a wah, a kind of spatial, air wah, which sound very good and interesting, and he did it. So what I'm gonna try now is the other example we had, the other demo, and it's based on a song, a very famous Jimi Hendrix song called Voodoo Child. And when I wrote this arrangement, I was thinking about the kind of gospel choir, and I tried to just imitate a kind of gospel choir, and that's the result. It's a kind of psychedelic song too. All right.
Hey,
me down with the edge of my hand. Well, I stand up next to the mountain. It'll chop down with the edge of my hand. Well, I pick up all the pieces and make an island. I even raise a little stand. Cross over, I'm a wood child. Lord knows I'm a wood child. Cause I'm a wood child. Lord knows I'm a wood child. Well, I'm standing next to the matter. Well, I'm trapping down with the edge. Well, I stand next to the mountain. Well, I'm trapping down with the edge of my hand. Oh, well, I got a big business of making islands. I'd even raise a little sand. All over, 'cause I'm a wood child. Lord knows I'm a wood child. Lord knows I'm a wood child. Lord knows I'm a wood Thanks a lot. Can I go ahead? We have a few times more.
We can go on forever. That's the point. We're not people that get tired.
If you don't mind, well, then of course, please have a look.
You know what? If we see someone running away, it's because some people have to catch the train. But we'll continue a little bit more, if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely, no problem. I mean, there's a funny thing, because I just noticed before we started with the seminars, and we didn't, there's no agreement between us. I just find out that the part of the stage is perfect, Everything is perfectly in order, And can you see this part of the stage where I am? It's like, it's a mess, as usual. That's my life. Anyway, that's not a scientific approach.
There's a reason. The reason is that Massimiliano, Max, is supposed to be a drummer, among the many things. So he's being relegated as being the stage director in this case. So he decided to do the job perfectly.
Can I ask you to come to my apartment for like a couple of days? Just a couple of times per month. It would be great. I would really appreciate it. I would love it.
If you sing for me.
I can do that, of course, of course. I always sing when I'm home, so. So my neighbor are not that happy anyway, but okay. So just another small example, because I'm having fun and hope you're having fun too. This is another small example. We don't use the demos because we show you the free demos we have. The next one is a very simple piece. It's just to show you how loop can be a very creative way to do music, you know. I used to try to just let the more I can people be involved into the looping ideas, because the looping is a very good idea just to compose music, but even to just try yourself as a musician. I mean, because you have to take care about harmonies, you have to take care about melodies, you have to take care if you are in tune or not, you have to take care about rhythm and so on. And the next piece of music is one of the first arrangements that I wrote, and it's about a great song from the Beatles. The song is Dear Prudence. And well, when I started to write down this arrangement, I was thinking about having a small orchestra with me. So I wrote down the notes for the double bass. Then I wrote down the arrangement for 2 violins. Then the arrangement for 2 cellos, 2 English horns, and 1 oboe. And it was great, I mean, and I was very proud of that. But then I realized I didn't have the money to pay for the musicians. So I say, okay, what can I do? And I did it by myself. And that's the result. This is not a telephone, it's a tuner. Because, you know, it happened to me after a show. A guy came to me and said, oh my God, I love you, your show so much. Why do you answer to your telephone every time you do a song? I said, hey man, this is not a telephone, you know. Sometimes people, you know, that's crazy. Sometimes people think about, you're like, oh my God. No, you always answer to the telephone before any song and say, no, it's not a telephone, it's a tuner. So let's go first with a double bass. It goes like this. This is supposed to be the first violin, the second violin, like this. Now the first cello, like this. And the second cello. Horn, like this. The second English horn, like this. And last but not least, the oboe, like this. Want to come out to play, dear Prudence, greet a brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Want to come out to play. Dear Prudence, open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, you open up your Thank you very much.
Boris Savoldelli.